Hey yo, I have chanced upon a few videos on TikTok, several social media networks, YouTube, and all of that. That seem to be this kind of banter between African Americans and Africans, to be precise. Honestly, I have kept quiet for a while. I didn't want to say anything about this, but I think I need to say something. Do not misunderstand us or ourselves. African Americans, Africans, we are the same people. We are brothers and sisters. There are a lot of videos that I have seen that African Americans busy insulting Africans, saying that we hate them and that we want to be like them and that we are desperate to have them in Africa and we live in jungle and blah blah blah, all those sort of things. And I've seen other African people also responding to those videos and trying to throw the challenge and also insult them back and all that. I think it's unimportant. It's not important. We are one people. We just have a culture difference. And then the African Americans, they have a history. Okay. And if you don't understand their history, don't just jump into it and just say things that you like. I'm saying this to my African fellows. They have a history. There's a history of indoctrination and all that. That makes them have a sense that Africans don't like them. We don't want them in Africa and all sort of view. They have different views that they have been told over the years, over and over and over and over. And it's rather unfortunate that we live in this age and time that people still don't research well to find out the reasons behind some of these things that they have been told. But hey, don't get me wrong. Those that have done their research, they are busy going to Africa. They are investing in Africa. Some are doing businesses in Africa. Some are also in Africa seeking for greener pastures, seeking for opportunities. Some are happily living in Africa, married, having their kids, living in better places, better houses than they can even find in America. As I'm speaking to you, when you go to Ghana, there is a city called Sambra City. It's a 300-acre city that we are building for African Americans, and African Americans are investing in it. It is a push by the government of Ghana to establish such a city, and it was a proposal by African Americans. And then the government of Ghana bought into it. There are a lot of African Americans living in Ghana, Senegal, Kenya, and they are having beautiful life. So if you are in the US and they say you don't want to go to Africa because you are scared or you are that and that we don't like you, we don't do that, it's not true. It's a propaganda. It's falsehood. It's something that people have said that because think about it. If you are to go with this manpower, intelligence, the money, the investment and all that, what is going to happen to where you are coming from? So we need to have that balance. We don't need to fight ourselves. We are not enemies. We don't need to fight ourselves in any way. I'm an African living in America. I work with African Americans and we love ourselves. We don't fight. Why are we fighting on the social media for what? Are we enemies? We are not. You need to find your real enemies. And even when you find your real enemy, show them love. We don't need to fight among ourselves. So this is just by the way. I'm saying this, but people have different information, different beliefs that are unfounded. But I'm saying that let us let go of our differences. Actually, there is no differences. It's an artificial differences that has been created among us. And we cannot fight ourselves in this time and age. let us go back. If you want to go to Africa, go back, do what you want to do, experiment, find a place. If you like it, that's okay. If you don't like it, you come back. Just as the Africans are coming here, you can also go. We live in a global village. So everything that you have been told, you can verify it. As a matter of fact, it is easy today to verify information than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago. But even at that, our forefathers did not fight. Africans fighting for independence. There were African Americans elite that were part of the struggle. For instance, Ghana, there was an African American, I've forgotten his name. He even composed our song for after we gained the independence. And we still sing it today. When we sing it, it brings back the spirit. And I grew up thinking that it was composed by a Ghanaian, but it turned out that the person was even an African American. We've always loved ourselves. Now that we have the social media, we can easily communicate and things are easy. And we can now socialize and show love and invest together and grow together and become a big community. We are rather using this opportunity to fight, which is unnecessary. It's a propaganda. Okay, it's a propaganda. So this is an appeal that we should show love to ourselves. We don't need to fight ourselves. For real. We don't need to. If you want to go to Africa, you can start from Ghana, any other country. I would suggest you should start from Ghana because I'm from Ghana. I'm just being partial, but Ghana is really good. And then we have African diaspora, African American or in Ghana that you can go talk to them. You can even get a Ghanaian passport, you become a dual citizen. You can get a house. The government in some cases is even offering free land for people to come. And let us not forget that when we talk about the African Union, the United States of Africa that we are trying to build, we have Africans living in Africa, Africans living in diaspora, and then we have blacks living in every part of the world. All of them are Africans. We see all of them as Africans. So you are all part of the African Union. So why are we fighting among ourselves for? We are just divided. It's time for us to come together. Everything that is happening between us, we did not cause it. So let us come together and stop fighting ourselves for nothing. This is how you get defeated all the time. The Bible says a house divided against itself shall not stand. You'll be defeated quick. You'll be defeated. So let's be together, grow together, and trust me, there are a lot of African Americans investing in Ghana and making millions in the first 1 year. It's easy. So the opportunity is there. Why can't we tap into this opportunity, but we take camera and then we insult ourselves? We've heard so many things. And the first thing, when you take camera, oh, you look down on Africans. Oh, Africans are like this. They live in jungle. They do that. They want to be like us. But I will entreat you to go there. If it's a jungle, just go to the jungle and go see to yourself what is there. Instead of relying on a traditional media deceiving the world or deceiving you to think otherwise. Just go there. Verify it yourself. It's easy. Let us show love. Let us show love. My name is Reynolds. If you like what I'm telling you, just like my videos, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, everywhere, YouTube, and be blessed. We love you. African Americans, we love you. We are here together. We live together. We share the struggle. We share the struggle. Some of us, we understand the history. We know what it is. We don't hate each other. We love ourselves. It's just misinformation that some people are also acting on it, and it's further dividing us. Ciao. Adios.